And this is now on the right side. This is the memorial gateway for the presidential palace. And by the way, if you have a look again on the left side, what is shiny on the domes, this is of gold. Now you have a better view of Emirates Palace on the left side. And also you have a better view of Etihad Towers, the 5 towers on the right hand side. 4 towers at the 4 corners and one in the middle. That is the famous filming location for Vin Diesel for his movie Furious 7. And by the way, one of the towers is 300 meters in height, and it has an observation deck, so when you go up there you see all of the islands of Abu Dhabi.
Có cạnh kia giống như nó với cạnh kia giống như Atlantic á.
If you still remember, I told you this morning that on the way you will see ADNOC, which is Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, because most of the oil is concentrated here in Abu Dhabi. So now on the right hand side you're going to see that skyscraper. This huge building is all for ADNOC, Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. Also you'll see the sign on the right side, ADNOC. On the left side, that small white building covered with marble, this is the memorial of Sheikh Zayed. The memorial of Sheikh Zayed is built less than a year ago, and it is like to commemorate the name of Sheikh Zayed, but the actual burial is not here. It's next to the mosque. What is not So still we are driving through the city. What we'll be doing is that we'll be driving all the way straight ahead. So what you will see here, actually the city, I mean like many of the buildings, like governmental institutions and hotels, hospitals, like parking areas, and many of the residential towers are located here. So you will see more of that on the right hand side. On the left hand side, you're going to see the coastline, the beautiful beaches that we have here in Abu Dhabi. Of course, going to one of the beaches, most of them, by the way, are public beaches. So once you go to one of them, you enjoy everything. I mean, like swimming, restaurants, coffee shops, many of the water sports, and even many of the cultural events and musical events are taking place on the beaches. So talking more about how the people live here, let me just tell you, of course you see towers everywhere, especially in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. What is to surprise you that Emirati people do not live in towers, they do not live in apartments. They prefer to have this design of the house, which is like a villa surrounded by a garden. And they prefer that design for a reason. Of course, I'll be talking more about that. But concerning the towers that you're seeing, some of them are residential towers for the different communities coming from all over the world and, I mean, living and working here. Some of them are offices, so they are for business. And some of them are hotels and hotel apartments like yours. As for the Emirati people, they like that design of the house or the villa surrounded by a garden. Because they like to add a special part to the house, which is called majlis. What is majlis? Majlis is like a small guest house. Emirati people like always to keep privacy of the house. I mean, where they have bedrooms and other rooms. So that's why they attach that part, which is called majlis, like a guest house. So that if you're invited to any of the Emirati houses, and by the way, Emirati people are very welcoming people. They like to invite guests, and especially they like to share food. So if you're invited to any of their houses, What you will find in that guest house? Well, you will find many kinds of traditional foods. We have almost 120 kinds of dates, or maybe more. And actually, two Arab countries are competing to produce the best quality of dates in the world. One of them is, and that's why that the Emirati people among the most well-educated people in the Arab world. Let me just give you some examples to show you how well educated they are and